Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Alex777's Tempo Warrior. Saw this list over on Hearthstone, thought I'd give it a look. Tempo Warrior and Warrior decks in general that aren't control or odd right now are definitely intriguing to me. I want to kind of see what people are doing with them. And what Alex777 has here is what looks a lot like a rush warrior core. We've got the town criers, we've got a lot of the fine rush targets, the red band wasp, the rabid worgen, militia commander, even all the way up to Darius and Ziliax. So we're going to try and use these cards to fill out our curve, control the board, get some damage in, and what's interesting here is that Alex777 has included a pretty thick late game package of Countess Ashmore, Grom Hellscream, Scourgelord Garrosh, and the Lich King. So hopefully we're going to gain some advantage in those early couple of turns and use it to, maybe use some of these late game cards as the final finishing move. But there's a lot of interesting cards in here. Fireflies, the other one drop, is interesting. We could have gone for Eternium Rover, but I think we'll find out which one is better pretty quickly. Battle Rage is our main source of card draw. Combines very well with Blood Razor. We're kind of incentivized to get some damage on cards like Red Band Wasp, ourselves with these weapons, Militia Commander. So I think these Battle Rages are going to be pretty good at making sure that we are always hitting our curve and that we eventually do see some of these late game cards. There's not too many cards that I would say are absent from the deck or missing, but there are a couple, like there's no Core Chronolites, and I think Core Chronolite is, especially for this kind of deck or what a Tempo Warrior, or what I imagine a Tempo Warrior to look like, it seems pretty necessary. We also are kind of, if you look at the curve, really don't have a lot to do kind of turn 5, 6, and Zimbilibim in the chat mentioned, maybe we should be playing oh my gosh, how am I blanking on this name? Hello. What's it called? Giggling Inventor. There we go. We figured it out. Mentioned that we should be playing Giggling Inventor, and I think that that's a really interesting card to mention. And could really help us bridge the gap between our kind of mediocre selection of 5-drops into that, thick late game. So we'll jump into some games and we'll see how we do. See how we go. We do the win. Now.
Erash versus Gul'dan.
Okay.
Your soul
the Warlock.
shall be mine. Victory or death.
So this is an interesting one. If we suspect that it's Zoo, Woodcutter's Axe is pretty good, especially on the play. Frothing, I think Frothing gets traded into very easily. It's very vulnerable to Soulfire as well. Not that getting a Soulfire out of your opponent is a bad thing. And Battle Rage, obviously, we'd rather be hitting that late after we've already got a board presence. So I think we'll keep the Woodcutter's Axe. Hopefully we can hit like a Town Crier, maybe a... well, there's a Town Crier. I was going to say maybe like a Rabid Worgen or something like that. Execute could be good if it's a Control Warrior. Control Warlock, rather. I think one of the interesting things is that Control... against a lot of control decks, a lot of these one of the things that these warrior lists struggle with is that they don't actually put pressure on very well outside of cards like Core Chronolite. That's why when okay, so it is control. That's why when Witchwood was I can go Rabid Worgen, get Hellfired, but it's pretty bad if we get Hellfired or Defiled. You'd think they would have Defiled last time.
I'm fast and furious!
Yeah, outside of cards like Core Chronolite, it's really tough to put pressure on a lot of these control decks, because a lot of these tools are very kind of reactive. They're reactive board control tools.
Listen here!
In your face!
So make sure that we get damage on ourselves for our battle rages before we unlock. Just a minute thing there, but something to always keep in mind when you are playing with battle rage. Do have 8 damage in play. Monkey Cheese Maximus, hello to yourself. Hopefully you're having a fantastic end of a Sunday, or an even better midday on a Monday. What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Your magic
It's
shall not
This is kind of what we were pointing out in the at the start of the video, where just our kind of 5, 6, 7, 5 and 6 drop slot is just so weak. We're really just doing nothing here.
die, mage. Your magic will not save you.
Whereas I think if we had had, you know, like a Corcron, even if we'd have a Giggling Inventor or something like that. Oh, Darius is pretty good. Means we don't have to use this execute.
Rush the enemy! Defend Vilnius! Ruktar Oga! Attack!
Just been playing some Hearthstone. Sweet. What decks have you been playing? Been on that ladder grind. Been doing some Tavern Brawl.
Out of my jungle!
Coin. Tough. So, can we kill our opponent here? Close. If we had like Blood Razor execute, it gets really close. Alex's Battle Rage as well, actually, so let's go for it.
Listen here!
Draw first? I mean, we need to play the Blood Razor first. But yeah, draw before we execute. Yeah. And I don't think there was a draw in our deck that we'd play over the execute. So, made sure we held it for a little bit, but... Hello. Okay, good. Opponent didn't make us kind of math it out. I think we just played Scourge at Garrosh. It pops the Death Rattle, pops both Divine Shields, kills the middle thing, attack with the cleave weapon, and then in the face. Easy clap indeed. Back with another.
Versus
Okay. Up against the Paladin.
With honor. Victory or death!
I think we do want to send everything back here, especially up against Paladin. You know, Firefly and Town Crier are such amazing 1-drops. And Red Band Wasp is this is the matchup for Red Band Wasp, so send those back. Even a Woodcutter's Axe would be great. Now you got a Firefly. Blood Razor. Excellent against Odd Paladin.
None will survive.
Shit just about always is. My deck is just a bunch of cards I threw together. That's the best. That's one of the most fun parts about Hearthstone. And honestly, one of the parts I'm enjoying about Magic Arena, having everyone's account resets, is you're just playing with a bunch of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Reporting for duty.
The jungle. Oh, unfortunately we whiffed on the Town Crier or the second Firefly. So it looks like we'll be playing a bit more defensively over the next couple of turns.
Reporting for duty.
I'm just going face here. Actually going to let us set up a Frothing Berserker.
The blade be thirsty.
So if they have maybe a War Leader here would be pretty good.
Reporting for duty.
Blessing of Might. Blessing of Might's, I think, good for us. And we'll attack with our Blood Razor to make sure that we can potentially set off the Death Rattle next turn without having to play the other Blood Razor. I think that's a more important aspect of the card than
reporting for duty.
Than making sure we optimize the 2 damage. It's a great draw. Just gonna have Darius. See if our opponent has maybe another Blessing of Might. It kind of, the way that their hand's been playing out makes me think it's
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I was gonna say, it makes me think that they would have like more of the late game there. It seems like more of a level up kind of thing, where they're hoping that we stumble so they can land a big level up. What are they tanking here for?
Reporting for duty.
I think we'll take this opportunity to eliminate.
I'm fast and furious.
Eliminate all these boys. I mean, I've won 114 ranked matches with it so far, so it can't be that bad. Gosh. Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound bad.
Out of my jungle.
Sometimes you know which cards to put in a deck for sure.
In your face!
Maybe we shouldn't be holding this ooze, but Opponent hasn't played any. No, we gotta hold the ooze for the Vine Clip, of course. The only thing I had in my mind was the unidentified boy.
Reporting for duty.
Ooh, Red Band Wasp is a great draw here. Sweet. So it didn't have the second Vine Cleaver, which I imagine might be one of the only ways that they can really get back into the game quickly. I think a lot of other options, even like a level up, so hero power level up, would still have them losing in the long run. So, sweet. Good game. Okay, here we are against the Hunter. Oh, actually, Spellbreaker could be pretty good. I think we'll send back the Execute. We'll send back the Execute. Spellbreaker against all these Death Rattle Hunters. Fantastic. I'm from Brazil, so I'm going to sleep soon. Well, thanks for ooh, Secret Hunter. Thanks for hanging out. Let's just not deal with this. Monkey Cheese Maximus from Canada? Jeez, got an international contingency in here. But thanks for coming and checking things out. Appreciate everyone, even the lurkers, especially the lurkers. Not going to trigger any wandering monsters today.
That didn't quite hit the mark.
So we have some options here. We can go Frothing Berserker and attack and see what happens. Or we can play it a little bit safer and attack and then go for the Rabid Worgen with our Woodcutter's Axe trigger. The only thing is, like, I think Wandering Monster's the only secret of the three main ones that our opponent would have played in that situation. But sometimes people do goofy stuff. He forgot to hero power. True. Yeah. That's pretty frustrating. Like, as much as I don't think that this is Death Rattle Hunter, we can't take the chance and leave them with a Devil's Oar Egg. Forgot to hero power. I think they did. It is a chance that they... I don't know. Were we on 30 or something? No, we took damage early. Is it Snipe? Or Rat?
The blade be thirsty.
Could be Rat Trap. Well, that is a lot of damage.
What now?
Ice Trap not possible? No, because freezing goes off on any attack. So we've played a minion, we've attacked their face, we've attacked their minions. So I think Rat might be one of the kind of few options left. Sub to YouTube? Thanks, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
What now?
magic shall not save you.
It's getting pretty scary. Do want to try and get some lifesteal off of this Ziliax. Okay, Ziliax is really good against this board. So we can get an armor up off as well.
Unity, precision, perfection, primitive. Listen here! Job's done.
Highest rank I've ever made because I'm bad is 17. That doesn't mean you're bad. Hearthstone has Hearthstone requires a big time commitment as well. I think that's something that, you know, not everyone factors in. Okay. So we could Scourge Lord Garrosh, but then we can't armor up for the rest of the game. So we're going to have to finish it very quickly. But I think we might be able to. Does mean we don't get to play the Swampers either. But we're not triggering this.
I will burn this world and rule its ashes.
Don't play much of something relaxing. Exactly. I think that's, for most people, that's totally fine. I think, you know, even something like rank 10 is like totally viable. Like a totally good goal for someone to aim for in a month.
I'll never tell.
Would love a Corcoran Berserker right now.
Before me! Rush the enemy! Defend your nails!
Defend the gates!
Alright. See if our opponent's got Kill Command, Leroy,
To my side!
Alpha. Ah, we're dead anyway.
Well played.
I'll play to our opponent. So, you know, the consideration of do we play Garrosh or do we try and go first? Hero Power's definitely a legitimate one. I think there's definitely some paths we had to victory there that we didn't take. So it was a close one. So we'll take a look at the deck. Ultimately, I was actually pretty impressed with the list. I was impressed at how much pressure we managed to put on our opponents in that early game. What was not so much impressive is this little, you know, 2/5 drops, a pretty kind of low impact 7 drop the turn it comes into play. Just this area of the deck doesn't feel great. So I'd love to see something here, maybe even cutting like one of these lower impact 8 drops, like a Lich King or something. And getting something in there, maybe like an Arcanite Reaper, or, you know, what options have we got in here? There's plenty of amazing 5 drops cards like Cobalt Scalebane, as was mentioned before, the Giggling Inventor. This doesn't seem like a Fungal Mancer deck to me, but even like a Leroy, Harrison Jones. These are all fine cards to get in there, and then we can look at Sixes, and we can look at Argent Commander, which is another nice one. What else? Nothing too much. So there's definitely some kind of tech to be done here, but that's where I would start moving the deck, is maybe get this Lich King out, you know, try and find some room for those Corcoran Berserkers. something like that. But anyway, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then all the links are down in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Jump over there, leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, as I know you all will. You can also check me out on Twitch, at Tommy_Wave, on Twitter, and you can join the Wave Pool. The link is down in the description. That's the brand new Tommy Wave Discord server. Quite small at the moment, but we are always trying to do more and more. So until next time, stay safe, stay wavy. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.